of HTML helpers. With the help of HTML helpers. Okay. Well, guys, I'm just last day we worked with a controller called EMP controller, right? So I'm just going to change it now. I'll add a new controller. I will add a new controller. We'll name it as account controller. Account control. Let us add a method for login, public, return. Public class account controller, colon controller, return. So we're just creating a form. We need to create a login form. Okay, right click, add view. Let's create a login form. So guys, how are you going to create a login form? First, @ using HTML dot begin form. I did not specify any method. I did not specify any controller. I did not specify any action. Okay, if you don't specify any action method, the default it will submit to the same only. So login only. Yes or not? So now we also require to define a post action then. Get action. And same you are required to write a post action. You're required to write a post action. Or otherwise, second way you can do is, watch guys. I will specify a action method name called as validate. I'll specify a action method name called as validate. Validate is the action method what I'm using. And guys, there is no option to specify only action name. Watch it. Default is there. Route values is there. Route value dictionary is there. Compulsory. If an action name, controller name is compulsory, mandatory. Okay, what is the controller name? If this is the case, what I will do, I don't require to write get and post. Without writing get and post, how do you write public? View result, validate. Are you clear? Yes or not? So yesterday, writing get method, post method with the same name is one style of coding. Writing get and post methods with the same name is one style of coding. I shown you that. And today we are trying to do in a different variety. What is that? Give different names. When I give different names, I don't require to mention it as get and post here. But I need to specify that in my form tag. I need to specify that in the form tag. For example, if you run this, we did not design anything. We just run this. Observe. right click, go to page source, form action is equals to account/validate. Is it clear? So when I click on the submit button in the form, it will go and hit the validate. It will go and call the validate action. Method is already explained in the last class. The default it will generate you method as post. If pure HTML, then it is getter. But if you are using our HTML helpers, then it is going to generate your post action. It is going to generate you a post action call here, not a get action call. Are you clearer? Okay, it is generated. Okay, next. Let's add our controls. @HTML dot label. What do you want to give? Enter name or username or something. I just used name only, guys. Okay, enter name. Next, using a break tag. @HTML dot text box. Want a text box. So guys, understand for the text box, what is the first parameter? Name of the text box. What name you want to give? I want to give the name as the txt name. Second parameter is a default value. I don't want any default value. Our second value parameter is a default value. Run and see. Your text box name will be txt name. View page source. All of you observe. Input id is equals to txt name. Name is equals to type is equals to value. Empty string. Default value is empty string. If you want to give default value, put a comma and in the double quotes give you a value. Then you will be getting the value. Otherwise, default value is empty string. Are you clear? What next? Break tag. Now tell me. @HTML dot label again. For entering what? Enter password. Enter password. Break. @HTML dot why text box? Password. Give the name of the text box here. txt password. txt password. Semicolons not required for print. Semicolons not required for print statements. Is it clear? No, you don't use a semicolon for a print statement. No need. So they're all like print statements only. Where I use, that is like a print statement. View page source. You can see. First you have a label here. Label, no name. Why you need a name for a label? You won't read label value, na? Will you read a label value? Then why you want a name for it? No need a name. You want to give, you can give, but not required. Next. ID. The second one, input, text box. Next, label. Next, input, password. Input is the password. What do you want next? Two buttons. Two buttons. For buttons, we don't have any HTML helpers. Input. Type is equals to submit. Okay, value is equals to login. Next, input type is equals to reset. Value is equals to reset. Your login form is created. Watch. View page source. Complete HTML generation. You understood, you're writing C# code, but what are you saying here? HTML. This is only rendering. Are you clear? This is only what we call as rendering. All your code is executed, means it will process the code and finally gets converted into text or HTML. Everything is converted into text or HTML, and that is what we call as rendering. So right now you can see the code has been rendered. Play Store app. I don't know. There is an Naresh Shetty Play Store app. Okay. Fine. See guys, for all the online students I'm telling you, any doubts regarding the subject, ask me. You want to download apps, you want meeting links, don't ask me. I'm not responsible for that. I'm not your admin. Okay? That is the job of the admin. You have a doubt on the subject, sir, I'm not getting this, I'm not, then I'll tell you. Don't ask me about I want this video, that video. I'm not your admin. Okay? Talk to your admins. Okay. It's ready. Now when you click on the login, see guys, I did not get 404. Why? Validate is there. View is not there. Understand? If you get 404 error, what do you mean? What is the meaning? I did not ask you what is 404 error. If I get 404, what is the meaning? Action method is not defined. Action method is not defined. Now action method defined, but I'm not getting the output. Then it will tell you the search. This will show. What is it? I searched so and so location, but not locate the view now. So now the error is not about action method not present. Error is view is not found. Action method is available. View is not found. Are you clear? Come on, guys. Now come to account controller. You want to read the two values now? Yes or not? How to read? String txt name, string txt password. Remember this one? The two text box values will come into here. I showed you this option already in the last class. Second option, use form collection. Third option, model object, right? Okay, guys, just to watch it. Another way you can do it. Watch. Concentrate on this, guys. String name is equals to request of txt user and string password is equals to request of txt password. This is txt name, huh? Okay, whatever it is. Txt name, txt password. This is the fourth way how you can read the control values. Am I clear, guys? This is the fourth option how you can read the control values. Last class I shown you three options to you. Option number 1, take two parameters. Option number 2, use form collection. Option number 3, define a model class. Option number 4, you can use request of your control name and also read the value. Request of the name of your control and automatically you're going to read the appropriate value. So name and the password. Are you clearer or not? They are the two values you're getting now. What next? Next here I want to validate the user. I want to check whether the username password are going to be matching or not. Whether the username and password are going to be matched. See now, an if condition there. If name is equals to, what should be the name? And password is equals to. If both these two are equal, I want the name to be accessible for me in all the pages I visit now. Are you clear? I want this name to be accessible in all the pages I visit. Where shall I store? Session. Store it in the, if I say I want to access these values in my next view, view data, view back. But what is my requirement? I want my values to access all my pages, all my, what to do? Session of, okay, name is equals to name. I'm sorry, not double equal. Is equals to name. Now return view and I'm redirecting to a view now. I'm redirecting to a view. I think I used a different view here. Yes, I'm redirecting to a view with a name called as success. I'm redirecting to a view called as else. Okay, watch guys, else. Else, I want to redirect you to a view called as failure. Are you clear? That is why I did not create a view for validate, man. I'm not going to launch the validate view now. When you call validate, I will launch your success, your failure view. In failure view, I want to access the name. In failure view, I want to access the name. Then store it in a view data or view bag. Enough. Are you getting my point here? Store it in a view data or view bag. Why? Only one time. But what I'm telling you in the first one, you have success. I want your name in all your pages. Then session. Here, view data of name is equals to name. Are you guys clearer? Here I want in all places session. Here I want only in a particular place. So view data. So you use view data session. That depends on your requirement. That's what I said to you earlier. Are you clearer? So I should create two views now. One is, come on, let's create. Go to Solution Explorer. Account controls, views, account folder. Which folder? Account folder. Right click. Add a view. Add. Success. Add. Another one. Failure. Yeah, in success, I just want to display a message. What? A simple message, guys. Hello, the name of the user. The name of the user at the rate session of name, comma, welcome to the site. Okay, now let us go to failure. Hello, view data of name. Your login credentials are invalid. Your login credentials are invalid. That's it. Come on, let's start now. Run with login. What is the user ID password? Admin at the rate 123. Okay, run. Accountant login. I'm entering admin at the rate 123. You can see. Enter the correct password. Click on the login. Which page? Success page. Wrong password. Failure page. Understood? Success page and the failure page. Okay. Mainly, my intention here is not about. My intention is just only to show you how to read the values, how to read the appropriate values. So today I explained you the fourth mechanism of reading the values. What is it? Request of, like this also we can read the value. Request of control name. See, to simplify, directly take up here string txt name, string txt password. That works. But this option is also there. So just I thought, okay, let me show you that option also. But the best option is always model. The best option is always model. That is only the best option. Are you clear? Because of the type safety and intelligent support, the best option will always be your model option. Okay? But still, multiple things are available. So I'm teaching you all the appropriate things. Okay? Fine. Now, just want to tell you something. What's it? I want to do styling for my pages. I want to do styling for my pages. If at all you want to do styling for your pages, in your HTML classes, your teachers have taught you using CSS. Okay? And CSS. How many types of CSS are there? What are the three? Inline, internal, external. Okay, just a minute. But Jewel, you understand English, huh? Just now I said to you, These questions ask your admin, not me. And first thing is, Naresh, it doesn't have a Play Store app. You're telling me newly. Encryptions, all we'll talk here. Wait. Why you talking? Why you bother about all those things? To understand the concept. So we'll not go with the database. Let's go with database. Then we'll talk encryption, decryptions, all these particular things. Yes, we are only in the basic fundamentals. That's all. Okay, fine. Yeah. What are the three different ways how you can just do styling? What are the three? Inline, internal, external. Inline, internal, and external. Inline means we'll use a style tag and write the code for the style code for the control. Correct or not? Second option. Inline. Second option, internal. Where do you write? Head. You write in the head section. We write the code in the head section using style tag. We write the code in the head section using the style tag. External. You write in a separate file. Saved with a. What do they do? They write different styles. For every style, they'll give a name. These are basically named styles. They are basically named style where every style will be having a name. So what do? You come to your code now and you just try to use the name in your code. Class is equals to the name line. Yes or not? This is what you learned in your HTML, CSS classes. You write your own style sheets and you consume them. Okay? But tell me once, writing the style sheets and using in my code. Writing the style sheets and using in my code. Basically, this is going to be a little bit complex. Why? A lot of style coding has to be done. And again, use all that particular code in my application. This all becomes complicated. If someone writes all the code and give you, understand here, if someone writes all that code and give you can directly consume that code now? Yes or not? Someone is going to write all the style sheet and give you can directly use that style sheets in your code now. You link in your page now. Simply class is equals to the name of the class. Over, finish. Am I right? That is what Bootstrap is all about. So what is this Bootstrap? Bootstrap is actually designed by Twitter. A group of people from Twitter has just designed a set of style classes for you, and provided this in the form of Bootstrap to you. They called it as Bootstrap. So what you can do, you can download Bootstrap in your projects. And you can directly use those style classes in your code now. Did you catch my point? You can download Bootstrap in your project and you can directly use the style classes in your code without writing all the things. But how do I know the class names here? That one you require to Google. That one you just require to do the Googling. Okay, just in Google, Bootstrap classes per text box. Bootstrap classes per text box. If you search for this particular thing, you'll go to bootstrap.com site, and there if you open, it will show you all the appropriate things. See, this is a text box, guys. This is a text box. Okay? And you see, it is going to give you some set of classes. See? But it has put in a div tag, form group, form control. Like this, it will tell you all the classes that are available to you, different styles, and how to use them. You will see. See, you have the Bootstrap classes for input, for select, drop down list, and all using Bootstrap here. What will they have is a class. Okay, basic things, but lot of classes are available. Lot of classes are available to you? See there is a text box. What the class name? LG. Larger text, smaller text, default, normal text. You want to see larger text? See, this is a bootstrap class. You want to see smaller text? This is a bootstrap class. Are you getting me? Array, copy this code as it is and put it there. Yeah, that's all. What code? Array, complete code, input, copy that. That box will be created up now. Understood me? Okay, see. Again, larger text per. Now the three text boxes: larger text, default, small text. Same way for drop down list. Okay, if you want read only, how do you do read only? All options will be available for you in the appropriate site. Number of classes and all the classes you can explore from here. What you require to remember is the names of the classes. And frankly speaking, going forward tomorrow, mostly this is designer job. This is a designer job. Designers will do the designing for you. Designers will be doing the designing for you. But some scenarios will be there where a company expects you only to write the design code also. In such cases, you're required to just Google, find out the different classes and use them, and just you're required to take the time and do all this. Are you clear? Because there are thousands of classes. No one remembers all the class names. No one remembers all the class names. We also do the same thing in the real time. What we do is only we just Google what classes are available. Okay, for this, what suits for my requirement? Based on that, I will use that class in my code. That's it. Are you clear? Now, let's use Bootstrap in our page now. Shall we? We'll do Bootstrap in our page. Okay, if at all you want to use Bootstrap in your page, what are you required to do? Download Bootstrap. And recollect yourself here, I said you. We use Bootstrap in so many projects, not only one project. So generally, what is the process we follow in a general terms? What is the process we follow? We first download Bootstrap. Where can, in the same site, you have a download button, see? Bootstrap.com site directly. Okay, we have a download button. When you click on the download, you download Bootstrap. Where will download? Download spot. After downloading, the required files you require to copy into your project folder. All the required files you require to copy into your project folder. But you need to do this in every project now. Without this headache, already explained in the starting classes only when I just showed you creating a project. Recollect yourself. What is it? There is an option called as the NuGet Package Manager. NuGet Package Manager. Use the NuGet Package Manager that will download Bootstrap and puts all the Bootstrap classes or the files in the abstract folders on your system. You don't again require to copy them manually. Are you clear? What files required to be present in which folders? It will only create, it will only store file. There are two tools available for downloading Bootstrap, jQuery, JavaScript, and all in these machines. In your projects. One is NPM, NuGet Package Manager tool, and the second option is Client-Side Libraries tool. There are two tools available. If you recollect, I've shown both the two things for you. Once again, I'm showing you. First one is NuGet Package Manager. Basically, when you install Bootstrap, when you install Bootstrap, check out your folders. We don't have a content folder. We don't have a scripts folder, right? Yes or not? All of them will be created now, see, after I install the Bootstrap on my machine. How to install? Go to Tools. In this, select the option NuGet Package Manager. Under that, just choose the option Manage NuGet Packages per Solution. Click on that. It opens you. And here we have four interfaces here. One is Browse for installing new things. This will show you what are installed. It will show you for what updates are available. For this package, update is available. What is installed is 2.0.1, and the latest update is, it will show you. Consolidated means everything it will show you, all three at a time. All this, it will show you consolidated. Okay, but these three are important for us. So let's go to and browse for what you want. What do you want? Bootstrap. Search for the Bootstrap. You will get the Bootstrap and see, guys, the first one. Bootstrap by Bootstrap Authors. Twitter. It is designed by Twitter actually. Okay. So, Peter, and now select that. When you select that, now on the right side, it will ask you in which project you want to install. One project only. But do you remember, our application can have multiple projects here. Tomorrow, if 10 projects are there, in which project you want to use Bootstrap, you can select it now. Right now, one project only, but still select. Okay, now? And click on the install button. In the bottom, it will show you which version it is going to install. And also, it will show you the list of all the available versions. If you want to install any old version also, you can install. Starting from 1.0 to the latest version 5.2.3, all are available. Okay, click on install. It'll ask you for a confirmation. Click OK. Successfully Bootstrap is installed. Check it out. You have the content folder, you have the script folder. In the contents folder, it has copied all the Bootstrap CSS files to you, and the script folder, it will just go for using some JS files. Bootstrap also uses JavaScript behind the screen for dynamic content management and all. So for that, it uses JavaScript also. Both the two things will be present. One in the content folder and one in the scripts folder. Is it clear? And another way you can install Bootstrap or anything is using client-side libraries. That also explained, you remember. Right-click on this, use the option add. Under that you'll find, what is it? Select this option, a window will open, and here you need to type the library you want. What do you want? Bootstrap. I'm not installing because it already installed on my machine. When I select the Bootstrap, it will show you which version also. Are you clear? Guys, when you're typing, it will show you the list, see. At the rate. All list will come. Are you clear? And the most stable version is, and these are still alpha versions. I said you, I given you a picture in your notes also, remember? Directly they don't launch, you will get alpha, gamma, beta, finally gold. Gold means final version. That is the stable version. Right now the stable is selected, and here you can tell the location where you want to install and click on install. But NuGet package, I don't require to tell any locations. It will automatically recognize. But here you need to tell the target locations and all. However you want to install it. No props. I given up how to use both the two tools in the code. You can see. Save. Add three views account folder. Login.cshtml. Success. Failure. Note, if you want to use Bootstrap for styling of HTML and views, you need to install Bootstrap in your projects, and this can be done in two different ways. One, NuGet Package Manager. Two, Library Manager. You can use any of these two. NuGet Package Manager or the Library Manager can be used. What is NuGet? NuGet can be used for find and install packages, software libraries, assemblies, and any other things that you want to use in your project. Remember guys, NuGet will install only the libraries required in your project. I want to download and install MS Word on my system. NuGet won't do. Did you catch my point or not? NuGet will only bring you what is required in your project. I want to install a software on my machine. NuGet won't do that. NuGet is only to install libraries for your project. That's all. Okay. NuGet is not a tool that is specific to MVC. This is tool that can be used in the Visual Studio for console applications and Windows applications, and anywhere you can use here, and any other type of application. NuGet is a package manager responsible for downloading, installing, updating, and configuring software in your projects. From the term software, we don't mean end user software like Microsoft Word and Notepad, but any piece of software which you want to use in your project. That is assembly reference you add manually now. That only to bring you. It is not going to bring you any What? It doesn't bring you any application software to you. Application software using NuGet install SQL server on your machine. You can do. Got your point? Next, NuGet package manager. Read it. Select the checkbox that displays project name, and then guys, it's not a one folder here. By creating a set of folders, on the project with the name content, and one is contents, guys, and the other one is scripts. Two folders are created. I just mentioned as one, but it is two folders. Content and scripts both are created. Same like this, we have another tool now. What is the second tool? Library manager. Yeah, guys, this is new, which came in 2017 Visual Studio for managing all the client-side libraries. And to use this, open Solution Explorer, right-click on the project and choose Add Client-side Library, which will launch. Fill in the following values. First one, what is the provider? CDN-JS. First, understand what is CDN. CDN means Content Delivery Network. Content Delivery Network. What is Content Delivery Network? Array, you store some content there, and that will deliver the content to the people now. You store some libraries there, and that libraries are delivered to you for all the people who wants it. That's what we call Content Delivery Network. It is just like a repository or a warehouse where you put all the stock and deliver it to the people now. Understood? That's what we call as a Content Delivery Network. Next, you need to fill the library. Twitter Bootstrap. Actually, guys, when I prepared the document, the latest version is 5.1.0, and this version got changed up today. It is 5.2.3. Okay, so in your systems, anything you install, guys, no problem, but always prefer the latest. Next, include all the library files. Bring all the library files. Next, specify the location where you want to install content folder, and under that I want to create a folder called Bootstrap. Click install button, and this will install Bootstrap on your specified folder, and this action will add a file in the project with the name Lipman. Lipman means library manager. Library manager.json, and under this file the details of all the libraries installed will be present. It will show you like this. See, version, not Bootstrap version, library manager version. Default provider, library, what library? The Bootstrap, Twitter, Bootstrap, whatever it is. Destination, it will show the information here. Means tomorrow you want to know where did you install, you can open the file and check it out, what you install and where you install. Okay, same as the above, we can also install any other libraries like jQuery, Ajax, etc. in our project by using the above two tools. You can use these tools now, and you can install whatever libraries you want in your applications going forward. Okay, so from now I will use the NuGet package manager a lot in our projects. Is it clear? I won't again and again say you how to use the NuGet package manager. Okay, just practice it. We'll be installing a lot of libraries going forward. Today we started with Bootstrap. Tomorrow I'll install Ajax. I'll install jQuery. Lot things we will install like this using the client, the NuGet package manager. You have this package managers available in many languages. You have this package manager tomorrow if you are working in Angular. They also have a package manager called as Node Package Manager. They call it as a Node Package Manager. Java also has its own package manager. Everyone provides you a package manager. Our .NET package manager is called as NuGet Package Manager. Are you clear? This is purely specific to Microsoft and .NET applications. Cannot be used with others. Understood my point? Okay. Now see, to use Bootstrap in login.chhtml, drag and drop bootstrap.min.css file from content folder in the head section. So what you'll do, come on, go to login. In the head section, go to your Solution Explorer, content folder. Here you'll find bootstrap.min.css. Bootstrap.min.css. Whether you know what is min.css or not, I don't know. But I'll just teach you going forward what is min.css. You know CSS, but this is called min.css. Min.css means minimized file. Minimized. What is that? Generally, it's a encryption. This is going to be a compression technique. This is a compression technique. If you observe, just if you go to this folder, guys, you have bootstrap.css and bootstrap.min.css files here. This is bootstrap.css. For the file size, compressed version. That is a compressed version. How is it compressed? We will learn, guys. We have a topic called as minification. In that, I'll teach you how to compress the files. Okay, we'll talk about that. But always go for using only min files. Size is important for us. So minimizing the size. Okay. Now you can use Bootstrap on your code. You can use Bootstrap on your controls. How to use Bootstrap on my controls now? If at all you want to use Bootstrap on your controls. Okay, guys, have a look. Comma. Last class I taught you object, how to write new of. Open the curly brace. Open the curly brace. And after opening the curly brace, you can just say what attributes you want to use. You want to use the style attribute? The style is equals to, last class I shown you. Style is equals to, you can write some style code. No, I don't want to write the style code. I have some ready-made classes, what I want to use in my code. I have some ready-made classes, what I just wanted to use in my code now. So what to use? Class equal to. But class is a keyword in C#. Class is a, so if your attribute names are going to be keyword names in C#, don't forget, use @class equal to. Did you catch my point? No, this attribute is not a C# keyword, then style is equals to. Why? Style is not a C# keyword. But when I use class equal to, this is a C# keyword. See, color change of C there first. Because it's a C# keyword. There you use @class equal to. And specify a bootstrap class name here. Understood? I used some bootstrap class here. In the what I used? Text info is the bootstrap class, what I just used here. Okay? Text info. Next, come to txt name. I don't want to use any bootstrap class here, but I just wanted to use a placeholder. You know placeholders now? Default text. Okay? I want is a placeholder. How? Same, comma. Object value. Txt name, object value, object HTML attribute. Actually, there is no option for name and HTML attributes. We have name, value, HTML attributes. For that reason, value is empty string. And now HTML attributes. Again, same story. New of, Open the curly brace and write down. Placeholder is equals to what you want to see. Enter name. This is what I want to see as a placeholder in the text box now. Same label. Per label, second label again. Same bootstrap I want to use. Per password, I want to use. Guys, per password also, I want to use it. What? Placeholder. What do you want to see? Enter password. Now for the submit button, I want to use a class. Class is equals to btn. Guys, IntelliSense will work showing you all the bootstrap classes thing. When I include the bootstrap file, IntelliSense will work now. Okay, btn primary. So actually you should write btn primary. So to tell you the button, and this is the class. Okay, same way, class is equals to btn. A lot of options are there. Say close white, danger, dark, group. Let us see. Close. I don't know what it creative. Let's see. See there, the labels have colors. Primary, something we just use text info, something. And here we use the placeholders. Oh, this will create a button, close button like this. It is coming with an icon here. Close button like this. So here also, I'll go for a danger something. Whatever you like, guys. It's just a trial and error, that's all. It's a trial and error. Use whatever it is, you will get the appropriate thing. See, now shape of the button also changed up. See, curved, the round edge borders, okay, colors, all these things. Now see, styling became easy. Styling became easy going forward now. I don't require to write any complex codings for styling now. Just go for Google, find out the class names and use the class names in your code. That's all. Your styling applies. You want to use a large text, a small text. I shown you classes, do you remember? Copy them and just use it in this place. Put a comma, take an attribute you want. Put a comma, class is equals to class name. That's all. How many attributes you have? You can put the list of all the attributes, comma separated list. In HTML, attributes are space separated. No, it is C# code. It is comma separated list. You want to use a class, @class equal to, use a class name. Are you clearer or not? Okay, like this, you can just apply the bootstrap in your application. Just you need to find out the class names you have and use the appropriate class names in this place. And that will take care of the rest of the things here. Here, no need @. Why? That is HTML code only. That's not C# code. Here, C# code. That's why @class. But here, this HTML code. That's why directly class. Are you guys clearer using Bootstrap? So I given you a few examples here. The same thing, only what I shown you in this. I shown a message as success. There I said primary. And here I used something as success, danger. So many are there, guys. Try what you get. What you get? Different colors and shades. Close, add a close icon. See, like this, different options are there. Just try it out. Yeah, we already written the code for success and failure. We have done this already. What did you write? Hello? Test of user. Here, given credentials are invalid. Are you clearer, everyone? What did I teach you? I did not teach you anything new here. What I taught you yesterday, today also I taught you the same thing. But today I just created, no. It's the input HTML helpers. I used HTML helpers is the first thing. Second, to read the values, I said you a new optional request of. Third, bootstrap. These are the three new things what I have taught to you over there. Is it clearer or not? These are the three new things what I have taught to you over there. Are you clearer or not? Understood my point, everyone? So these are the things what we have just been learned here. How do you execute? Account login. This will launch you login.html, HTML view to enter user credentials. And when we fill the credentials and click on login button, it will launch success.html view. If the credentials are valid, or else failure.html view if the credentials are invalid. The wrong credentials, you'll get failure.html in this context. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Okay. Fine. So basically, we have just been completed of how to how to use HTML controls. Yeah, we can start following now. Now come on, let's just use the HTML controls only. Sorry, HTML helpers only for creating the controls now. We'll try more. The next example I'm showing is, read it. Okay now. When to use models? When you more attributes, use models. Yeah, 1, 2 attributes. Use parameters, form collection, any of them. When you more attributes, then go for models. Okay. Now see, I wanted to create a model class first. I want to create see the model class. What are the attributes of the model? Who is the model now? Student. Student is your model or the entity now. What are the attributes? SID, name, gender, keys. Now see, SID, normal text box, name, text box, class, text box, gender, radio buttons, keys, text box, address, text area, class, drop down list. Class is a drop down list here. You want to select a class now. So I want a drop down list here. Means I'm using text boxes, drop down list, radio buttons, text area. Multiple controls we are going to deal now. Is it clear? So come on, let's start from defining the class first. Okay. Login page we can post and get both, right? Yes. There are no HTML helpers for login for buttons. There are no HTML helpers for buttons. HTML helpers are given only for text boxes, radio buttons, list boxes. There are no HTML helpers for buttons. That is why I used HTML only there. Okay. Yes. You need to ask Microsoft why they don't have temp data instead of view data. Who said I cannot use? I said you use based on your requirement. What did I say? Based on your requirement, use it what I said here. Okay? Sir, I want to use temp data. Use temp data only. We'll stop here. That your need is how you want. I use the session in the first case. Why? I want to access in multiple pages. I use the temp data. Why? I want to access only in one request. If you want to go for multiple requests, then go for temp data. Otherwise, there is no point of using temp data. Yes, Suresh, you're right. Okay, fine. Now, come on. Let's go for first add a model class. What is the model class name? Student is the model class. Right click, add, run mode. What's the class? student. All the attributes of a student: ID, name, class, gender, piece, address. Are you clear? So class with all the properties I defined for the class. Fine. What next? The next thing what I just wanted to do is I want to define a controller called as student controller. Controller. The student controller. Import the model namespace, guys, using see, actually it will be same MVC word is controllers here, and the MVC word is not whatever you see as a namespace here, the same only will be, but in the place of controller, I'm telling you, because going forward every day we need to do it. Are you clear? So they are both are same namespace only, but here controller, your model. That's all. Okay, so just to define. Now I want to write a method. What method? Add a student. A method for adding a student. Next, post method also want to write now. Post. Add student. See AI is telling you what to write. Artificial intelligence. So basically, see, it is telling you what to write. Your result, add student. What's your parameter? Student. That beautifully Visual Studio will tell you everything now. So that is your code. What? Return view. Return view. You specify the name of the view where you want to go. Display student. I want to go to. Sir, add student. Add student. You created one view for already UI. Other add student. You cannot create them. Display student. Comma. Object. What is the model object? Student. The same thing we tried yesterday also. The same thing yesterday also we tried. There add EMP. Here add a student. That's all. What next? Right click. Add view. If you have an idea to use Bootstrap, drag and drop. If you have an idea to use the Bootstrap, drag and drop. So go to content folder. Bootstrap.min.css. Okay. Now, come on, let's design. Same guys, @ using why model on the top, not here na. @ using HTML dot. Guys, if I don't write anything there, then where it goes? It goes to same only. Yeah, my requirement is also same only. To go to add student only na. Tell me, am I right or not? What is the requirement? Going to add student. So should I specify that now? Not. In the previous example, you specified service. Because in the previous example, I want to go to validate. One method name is login. Second method name is, so that's why I specified. But today, two method names are add student only. So I don't require to specify now. Okay, now? So there's no need of specifying anything. Now let us just start creating all the things one by one. First, already said you in the previous example. What I created? Student ID. Okay, now? Second, text box. Be careful. This name should match with property name. This name should match with property name. Why, sir? Then only the value will be directly read now. Otherwise, you need to read it manually. Okay. Next. Name, right? Name. Next. class. The next thing is a class. Class. What do you want? A drop down list. You want a drop down list. Okay. First, let me place a label for entering class. Now I want a drop down list with a set of values. Want a drop down list with a set of values. Okay, guys. @HTML dot drop down list. First, what you require to give first? The first one is name. What is the name? Class. Second one, string optional label. You want to see any default text in that? Yeah. What do you want to see? Select class. Select class. Are you clear? Comma. No. Overload specification has varied. Yeah, this overload I should use. What is the first one? Second attribute. IEnumerable select list item. Select list afterwards. Optional label. Okay, means the second parameter should be something different. What is the second parameter? IEnumerable select list item. What is this IEnumerable select list item? Let me tell you. Guys, all of you, in your collections classes, you learned about this one. List of string. What is this? A list which stores string values only. List of double. A list which stores double values only. List of a list which stores select list item. I forgot. Just a minute here. Select list item. Which stores item list values. So what is a select list item? I'll tell you. What is string? String is a class. String is it's a data type class. Select list item is also a class. If I can use string there, I can use select list item also. Are you clearer or not? What is string? String is a class. What is double? Double is a structure. Select list item, class. All these are predefined data types. And all predefined data types are either classes or structures. That's what you learned in the basic fundamentals of C#. If I can use a list of string, I can use. Can I use list of student? Yeah. You can use list of student also. Why? Student is also a class. Any class can be used there. Are you clear? Now listen all of you. List. Okay. See, you want to return a value from a method. You want to return a value from a method. What type of value? Integer value. Then what you do? You take the return type of the method as an integer. You want to return a double value. Return type of the method is a double. You want a string value. Return type of method is a string. You want to return some value, don't know. What will you use? Object. Number of times we talked on it. Object, public, object, public object, test. Now tell me what this method can return for you. Anything. It can return anything you want. The best example is the data reader. The data reader. In the data reader, you just have get value. Get value returns object, any type, string type, integer type, anything it returns to you. Okay. Now I want to pass a parameter here. Which type of parameter? Integer. Then what do we say? Int value. It's a double. double value. If you don't know, and don't forget, object is a parent of all. Because object is a parent of all. When I use object here, I have a chance to pass anything here. Are you clearer or not? Same like this here. The parent of a list is IEnumerable. Who is the parent of the list? IEnumerable. Okay, and this IEnumerable is a parent of all the collections. All the collections like stack, queue, list, dictionary. For all the classes, who is the parent? IEnumerable. Now tell me. See, when I say list here, what type of values it accepts? Only list type. When I say dictionary here, what type of values it accepts? Only dictionary. But when I say IEnumerable of select list item, what it accepts here? Any collection. What you can use? Any collection can be used there. What you can use, guys? Any collection can be used. Are you getting my point? Parents here, the best example. Catch, exception. When I say catch, exception, any exception you catch. When I use a parent, what I'm doing is generalizing it. When I use a parent, what I'm doing is generalizing it. We are generalizing. So here, IEnumerable is a parent to list. Without taking list of string. If I say list of string, tomorrow a string list only can be passed. If I say dictionary of string, only a dictionary can be passed. A stack of string, only a stack can be passed. But when I say IEnumerable, anything can be passed. Any collection can be passed. Are you clear? So here also, that is only the IEnumerable. Otherwise, in simple words, you can read it like a list only. In simple words, what you can read? You can read it as a list. So, guys, observe this. When I just using this, what can I pass here? Any list can pass. Array list, just what is that? You read like a list only. What you can pass? A list of, not any type. Select list item type. First one can be any, not this one. This is specific. This is not object. If this is object, any type. But this is specific. What is this? This is IEnumerable. IEnumerable means their stack can come, queue can come, list can come, anything can come, dictionary can come, anything. But this is fixed. What is fixed? Select list item is fixed. So why are we talking about all these things? I'll tell you. Just hold on a second. See guys, what I am doing now. I'm declaring a list of which type? Integer type. What I stored? 1 to 10. All the values I stored. It's a list of integer types. Are you clear? There is a class called as select list. There is a class called as select list. Okay. Something items is equals to new select list. And again, observe guys, what is it taking? IEnumerable means any list can I use or not? Can I pass li here? Tell me guys, can I pass li? Now, the select list is a collection of select list items. Select list is a collection of, and all these are the items now. All these are the items now. So what I can do, I can simply say items. I can simply say items. That items is what I'm passing. So first what you require to do? A list. Add it to select list. Why sir, why you doing a select list? Because this is fixed guys. What is that? Select list item. And remember, select list is a collection of select list items. So I need to pass that items here, comma. And this is string optional label. Watch guys, first parameter, name. Second parameter, a collection. Don't read IEnumerable here. Read it as collection, that's all. Collection. Third one, string optional label. This is my optional label what I'm using. So this is going to create me a drop down. This is going to create me a drop down. Are you clearer or not? So run and see, guys. You'll get a drop down list. Default value will be select class. All the values in the list. Default value and list of all the 10 values in the list. So it's a drop down. Okay? And remember one thing, you'll have a doubt here. Sir, if you just have a doubt here, what is the doubt? Some places semicolons are there, some places semicolons are not there. So a little bit confusing. I'll tell you. Print statement doesn't require a semicolon. If you put it also, no problem, but print statement doesn't require a semicolon. So these are all print statements, guys. Even if I remove the semicolon also, this works. Are you clear? These are not print statements. This is logic. You are creating an instance. Here semicolon is mandatory. Here semicolon is mandatory. So once again, I'm telling you, print statements doesn't require a semicolon. If you put no error, but not required. Understood me? Okay. But other statements, other logic, you declare something in such scenarios, compulsory semicolon should come. So if you make after putting a semicolon everywhere, no issues now. Are you getting my point here? So why I clarified this? If you don't put a semicolon, error did not come. Then you'll be confused. There is no semicolon, error did not come. Why? Clarify that confusion. I said you that. That's all. Is my point clear? What next? What do you want gender? Radio button. You want the gender as a radio button. Okay, guys. First a label. First a label. What is that? Gender. And beside this label, I want to show the two radio buttons. I want to display the two radio buttons. Come on, guys. @HTML dot radio button. First parameter is name. The first parameter is name. What is the name? Gender. Comma. Second parameter, object value. The second parameter is object value. What is this object value? I want to show the value as male. Guys, all of you, just observe it. Okay, object value male. You remember in HTML, you learned about radio buttons. Guys, I got gender. Oh, I forgot to put a break here. Just a minute. Here, let me add a break tag. Okay. Radio button came, but there's no text here. You given the text now. What is the text given? That's not the text here. There is no text option here. What is this value? What is this value? Array in HTML classes, your teacher taught you about this one. What is that? When I have multiple radio buttons on my screen, we need to group the radio buttons. How do you group the radio buttons? By giving a common name. By giving the same name. By giving the same name. Okay, when you give the same name, when you submit to the server, what is submitted? Value will be submitted. What will be submitted? For example, watch guys. Female. Okay, run. Oh, sorry. Text did not come. I'll get you the text. Wait a minute. Watch this, all of you. In the bottom, you have two radio buttons created. See, first one. Type is radio. What is the ID? What is the name? Second radio button also has the same name only. See now. So when I click on the submit button, what will happen? The value will be submitted to server now. Read not text box to enter value, na. With text box you'll enter. Drop down list you'll select. But radio button you'll enter. You will select. When you select, this value should go to server. If you select the first radio button, what will go to server? Male. If you click the second radio button, what will go to server? Female. That is what. So both of them should have the same name different values. Sir, what about the text? You need to type the text beside only. What do you want to see the text? Mail. And but do you remember, I cannot type static text inside of a C# block. Two ways to type it. One is text tag. One is @colon. @colon. This is easy. Otherwise, text tag. Anyway, you can. So run and see. Now you will get the value, the text beside them. Male, female. When you select this, what will go to server? The value will go. The value is also female only. When you select this, what goes to server? Male. The value is also male only. Understood me or not? Okay, just I want to add some space there. All these are mixed off. I want to give some space here. How to give space? Ampersand NBSP. Again, same problem now. This is treated like a static text. @colon. @colon ampersand NBSP. Is that clear? Any static text should prefix with @colon or inside of the text tag. Inside of the text tag. Okay. Gender is ready. What next? Fees, huh? Fees is text box only, nah? Then no need any explanation for that then. Fees text box. Address. I'm just giving an address, text area. What is the 3,2, sir? Actually, have a look, guys. First one is the name. Second one, default value. Third one, number of rows. Fourth one, number of columns. The number of rows and number of columns. I want 3 rows, 20 columns. What is this new, sir? You did not pass any value. Actually, the problem is I have an overload which takes all the 5. I don't have an overload which takes only 4. Did you catch my point? The overload is available to take all the 5. There is no overload to take only 4. So that's why even though I don't want to pass the 5th value willingly, I need to write some junk that there. Are you getting me? Watch. See the overload. What is it taking first? Second, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Go to the previous method. There is no overload that takes. See, this is there. 4. But this is not what we want. Array, we want rows and columns. When you specify rows and columns, compulsory HTML attributes is mandatory. So even though I don't want it, I need to put it as uof and leave it empty. Okay, it'll create you a text area. What next? Buttons. Input type is equals to submit. Value is equals to save. Okay, value is equals to save. Class is equals to, I'm using a bootstrap class, btn primary. Input type is reset secondary. The form is ready. Student ID, name, class, gender, fees, address. Here is the secondary, here is the primary. So colors are different. Okay. So when I fill the data, student ID 101, name something, some John. So class is studying some 5th class. Gender male. Fees some 50,000. Address something Amirpet, Hyderabad. Amirpet, Hyderabad. Now click on the save button. Where it goes? I'll come to the add student now. Breakpoint. Click save. All values are captured in the student checkout. Everything is there, and value is male, see there, gender. If you select female, female will come. That is automatically coming. Name, everything, whatever you enter, you can see the value in the screen now. And now it will go to, we did not add the display student. So what will happen? We'll get a engine error, rather engine error, a search error, not a 404 error. We'll get a search error. Okay. So what to do? Create this page. View student, right click, add a view. What is the name? Display student. Yeah, guys, just design it to display the student. Use model binding. Help me. @model MVC UI designing dot models dot student. UI designing dot models dot student. Now come here and write the code here for displaying the data. Okay. I want to display the data in a unordered list. I want to display in a unordered list. How do you write? UL. Okay. LI, student ID. @model dot yes ID. Same for all now. Sure. LI, student ID, student name, class, gender, fees, and shows your option yours here. In the previous example, table we saw. Today I'm saying you unordered list. Tomorrow you want to show somewhere else. That's your choice. You decide that. I'm just showing you different varieties of outputs. That's all. So nothing specially telling like this only you should write the code. I'm not telling it. Your choice. How you want to show the output. All your data there. Is that clear? Yes or not? Tell me what is the process we follow for the first step. Tell me each and every step. First step. We defined the model class. We defined the model class. Second step. We defined a controller class. We added a new controller class with the two action methods, one for get, one for post. Get action method, post action method. In the get action method, we are launching the view. In post action method, we are reading the values and launching a view. First one also launching a view. Second one reading and launching. Understood? Then we went for view designing. The third step is view designing. First view is add student. There what did we do? We just taken a set of text boxes, radio buttons, drop down list. Did you understand creating all the three? So if at all you just wanted to create a list, you want to create a list box. Okay. The first thing you require to do is create a list with all the values. And that should be passed to select list. And that select list should be used in this list. That selection should be used in this particular place now. Okay, to simplify the code without passing LI here, you can directly pass without LI. The LI is useless code there. Don't want to use it anywhere. Directly write off like this. No need of using it again. Watch it. Select list. What are you passing? New list of the list of all the items. Straight away come and pass. Without writing items, you can directly write a new select list of, new list of. You can write like that also. Okay. Going forward, we'll do that. But now, create a select list and pass it. Next one is Xender. Tomorrow you can have 2 radio buttons, 3 radio buttons, 10 radio buttons. But don't forget, all should have the same name. All should have the same name. What is the name? Gender. And values must be varying. Here we have a different value, and here we have a different value. Remaining all are easy only. Okay, for this, what is it, guys? Number of rows, number of columns. And this one, why did I pass a schedule? Unfortunately, I don't have a overload which takes name, value, rows, and columns. I don't have that overload. The overload available is name, value, rows, columns, object, HTML attributes. That is only there. That is why I used it. But I don't want to pass any value, but so simply schedule new of opened and closed the curly braces there. Are you clearer? Okay. Finally, we added the 2 buttons. And the second thing is the second view. What is the second view? Display students. In display students, what you're doing? You're writing the code to display the student data. The model, student ID, name, class, and here we are using all the model and just going to present the data. Okay, now. Okay, you can just see, read the notes, guys. I said you why I'm doing and what I'm doing, everything. Step 1, add a model class first. Step 2, add a new controller in the controllers folder, name. Delete all the existing content in the class and write the below code over there by importing everything I just mentioned you what to do and where to do it also. These are the 2 methods. Next, step 3, add a view to add student. Start your designing. Start your designing now. So this is all the design. Next, add a new view with the name display student under student and student folder of views folder and write this code. What's it? Import your model namespace on the top and write here. Here, guys, it is your choice how you want to show the data. You want to show as a ordered list, unordered list, table. Choose your option. Execution. Which one? Add student. Will launch you display student. First add student. Enter the values. Submit. Will launch you display student. 2 views what we created. Clearer, huh? Practice these things. Tomorrow I'll teach you strongly typed HTML helpers. Yesterday we learned HTML control. Today, HTML helpers. Tomorrow, strongly typed HTML helper. Okay, let's stop it here. We'll meet tomorrow. అందులో ఉంది కదా గూగుల్లో అదే డైరెక్ట్ గా అతని దగ్గర ఉంది నోట్స్ మీరు ప్రింట్ తీసుకోవడం ఎందుకు అట్టి చెప్తాడుగా రాఘవేంద్ర జెరాక్స్ ఆల్రెడీ రెడీగా ఉంది
అయితే లేదు